meeting of the Willamette Metropolitan Board of Police Commission order. Please stamp the pledge. These people are there.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing, I need a motion to approve the minutes from the June 8th special meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Tom, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Jim. Any discussion on the minutes? Having no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approve the minutes. The pension board just met about an hour ago, and we want to recommend Randall? Walker Holcomb is a new hire for police.
Who met about an hour ago?
The board of pensions. There was Kendra, Bradley, and
Pension
myself.
board.
I never knew we had those meetings before.
We don't hire a new officer very often. So I don't know, do you wanna go into any more detail on it? He had like 15 sheets of paper, front and back, that he went through this stuff.
Yeah, so we sent him down to Perf down in Indianapolis. It's ran through Ascension for him to do his physical and psychological evaluation, super thorough. We got a recommendation for him physically and psychologically. He passed through everything. The front sheet of it does have, it's got some exemption stuff on there, which we went through, and he's had like a minor sinus tachycardia since he was a kid, but nothing that's showing any progression that it's going to get worse as he gets older. He's 27 years old. He does have ties to southern Pulaski County. His wife's family is here from Pulaski County, and she was from Monterey. He currently works for the IU Police Department in downtown Indy, lives on the north side of the Kokomo, and they're actively looking and have been looking to move up closer this way for quite some time now. So,
What's his name?
his name's Walker Holcomb. He is Tier 1 certified, went to the Law Enforcement Academy a couple years ago. He's a basic life saver instructor. He's got his basic evidence tech, so he can run an evidence room, which is pretty helpful. And he's young and eager to do his job. Sounds like they're pretty restrictive down there where he's at as far as being able to be the police. So.
Didn't you, when he was on the phone, you said he had to have field officer training or something?
Yeah, so initially what will happen is he'll be on an administrative schedule with me for probably about a week so I can get all of his accounts set up for our reporting system we use for doing our police reports, our accident reports, get him set up with all of his different accounts. And then he will start his FTO program, which will teach him basically just the processes that we do here, such as getting warrants, how we file police reports, communication with the prosecutor's office, things like that.
He's been through the academy and everything.
Yes, yep, he is Tier 1 certified, yep, which means he went through the same academy I went through.
Have you heard anything on Chuck?
So Chuck, he went to an interview, I was telling him about this earlier, and he was very hopeful, went into the interview, and as an accounting student knew more than they did, and he thought that was a red flag, so he left. He's still actively searching for a job in the accounting field, but as of right now, we still have Chuck, which puts us in a really unique position with him, with Walker. It gives us an opportunity not to have to ship things on the road, so our road stays covered while he's getting trained, so it's a seamless transition when Chuck leaves.
So Chuck is still working some.
He is, yep.
Does he have a cutoff date, Chuck? Is that definitely gonna leave? Or?
No, he's not in the drop or anything like that. Generally, you don't see that until guys have 30 years, and then they'll enter a 2-year, 3-year drop, so.
I guess my question would be,
Yeah.
does you got an extra officer then, is that, how long do we,
I know that Chuck, he, initially what he had said was he was projecting that he would have been gone at the beginning of August. Obviously that happened with that company that he interviewed with. He's still actively looking, but I don't foresee Chuck being here at the beginning of the year. I don't. He's got apps in everywhere. He's been talking to a bunch of different people, so.
Yeah, but that's fine, but that's 4 months away, and that could get us in big budget trouble.
Well, as of right now, my budget's actually looking pretty good. So we can sustain that in my salary line.
You know, we won't have another, one of them's gonna be short a car then, right?
No, because Lieutenant Funk's car should be in any time, the one that we had approved at the end of last year, it should be in any time, that should be about a week and a half, 2 week build time, and we'll be good. We'll have a car.
And you still have to file some paperwork, correct, for this?
Yeah, if you guys approve to hire him, that paperwork is, all the paperwork goes to Empress. We have to wait for them to also approve him, and they will let us know a hire date. So he cannot be hired before they give us a hire date.
And
Who's
Empress
this?
is, Empress, that's the
Empress?
retirement, that's the.
It's because of the 77 fund that we do with the police.
You do have enough funds to cover it this year.
Well, it looks to me like we're kinda wasting our time. What are we meeting for if we don't have to say so about when we're gonna hire the guy?
Well, I think just a formality.
Well,
really, it's just
You
a-
have to
We have to-
approve him, and they get the last
Well, if
say.
they don't approve it,
Then he can't be hired.
this is a waste of time. Well, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to hire Walker Holcomb to the Winamac Police Department pending the Empress approval.
Motion by Larry, we have a second.
Second.
A second by Jim to hire Officer Holcomb to the Winnebago Police Department. Any further discussions?
I'm all for hiring the guy, but I didn't know we had to wait on somebody else to approve it.
Well, like you said, it's.
That's the way it works when we went to a Metropolitan Board of Police Commissioners and started using the 77 fund.
Did we do that with Branson?
We didn't have to, cause I
He
was
was-
already in the 77 fund.
We had to do it with
Oh.
Max when we hired Max. Max was the last one that we hired that way, but we've had a couple that we've hired that way.
I believe all the other ones were lateral transfers, so we didn't have to wait.
And at that point, all you wait on is our big hangup with us was getting our department to release us.
I remember that was a problem.
Yeah,
Same with Chuck,
yes.
yeah.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of hiring Officer Holcomb, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? You've got your hire.
Thank you.
I want to bring something else up that I brought up several months ago, and that's about changing this mission to have some public people involved instead of all council members. I mean, we have this meeting and it goes back to the town council and it's, we've got the same people doing the same job. It's not normal. That's my understanding. Most of them have a separate commission. They might have 2 council members on it out of 5, but I just think it's something we ought to consider. I brought it up one time, I think we ought to consider it again.
Could we add like 2 or 3 people to it from the outside?
I don't know, there's a limit on how many you can have or not, but most of them is indicated this
I
earlier.
guess what I'm looking at is we gotta come up with funding as a council,
For,
whatever the Board of Metropolitan Police decides.
well, any council member can't get paid off of it.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
He's talking about approvals or recommendations from the Metropolitan Board of Police. to the
Correct.
town.
They say,
The
hire
Metropolitan-
10 people and you can't afford it. That's,
But
Yes.
the Metropolitan Board of Police Commissioners makes recommendations to the town council.
it's a recommendation.
And that's where it gets kind of muddied with everybody being the same.
Some of that's gonna be a Justin question. I don't know how many you can have. You
I-
possibly, it's probably a good
I don't
idea. You
remember.
probably can have more than 5. You could add,
Well, you could
Yeah,
have
maybe.
3 also,
You
according to the
yeah,
food for thought. I mean, we'll have to do it now, but I think it's something we need to look into, and
I have a
Think we
question
should.
too for Branson. Have you looked into any more about some of these e-bikes and mini bikes running around town?
Yep, we
It's
had.
getting to be ridiculous, isn't it?
Yep, we had a, who was that, Quinn? I think Quinn just worked one where one of them was zipping through town and a woman came out of an alley and he ran right into the side of her car and he ended up handling that. But I put it out to all the guys, if you see them, if they don't have pedals on them, they can't be on the road. So,
What about on sidewalks?
well, that's probably something the town needs to do. The town's gonna have to do, they're gonna have to put an ordinance, because that has to be a plated vehicle for it to be on the road, which is something that we can enforce. But if we have ordinance that says we can't have these on the sidewalks, then that's something enforceable by us.
What about on our panhandle pathway through town that says no motorized vehicles? What about if they're riding them on a,
They
down the pathway?
shouldn't be doing that.
so you're saying that they can't ride bicycles on the pathway?
Or the walkway at the park.
No, I mean, if it's no motorized vehicles, but the weird thing kinda gets with those, with the actual e-bikes, not the e-dirt bikes, the e-bikes that have pedals,
Then you're good.
you're good.
Well, I've seen a couple running around town that,
Look like little dirt bikes?
yes,
Yep, and they fly.
yes.
A little whitening that.
Well, I just heard on the radio, Knox, behind Board Power Sports, got a new shipment in a week or two ago. The adult e-bikes run 80 mile an hour. Saw it on the radio, they're advertising it. The kids was run 35.
We have an ordinance now for skateboards on the sidewalks of downtown. Nothing for bicycles or
Yeah,
for skateboards.
there's never ever anything done on about the skateboards, but that's kind of a thing of the past anymore now with the
You don't
e-bikes and
really
stuff.
see that anymore, but I mean, with the popularity of these things coming up, it's probably something we need to look at doing.
Do we have many skateboarders down at the skate park anymore?
There are
There's a few down there.
There's a few, yeah.
It's gonna come to like what they did with the mopeds, it had to be under X amount of
Yep.
CCs and.
Well, that's the way the e-bikes are classified. There's what, 3
Three
classifications?
different classes, yeah.
That's something that Justin look into? Or
Yeah.
do that?
Before somebody gets killed,
Well, and that's the problem, right? You got these little dirt bikes that aren't very high off the ground, and you're driving a pickup, you're not gonna see them. And these kids don't understand traffic law.
well, they shouldn't be driving on
Nope.
anyhow.
Nope.
I agree.
I know we've nailed a couple of them. I nailed a couple kids on a golf cart. They had no idea, or a go-kart that was slammed down to the ground. They had no idea I was a cop, and I turned and followed them and watched where they were going, and got out and talked to them. I said, "You can't ride this on the road." And I bet that thing wasn't that high off the ground.
I saw that one.
Yep.
That'll go underneath the 4-wheel drive pickup pretty easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, go under your pickup, absolutely.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna talk about this right now, about our one-way street, since the police is here.
Okay, the school would like to take the one-way street where then the buses, Sperry Street,
Painted green.
works painted green,
Part of it is.
part of it.
Yeah.
The block between the highway and the school,
Between Monticello and Riverside.
they would like that to be, they would like the buses to be able to go the other direction for 5 minutes when school's out. Due to, it's much easier, it would be much easier for them to go there than go down to the end.
Well, one thing that makes it
Because
better
they've had
for,
several almost accidents.
George will be there to control traffic for them to pull out on the
Yeah.
highway.
I worked that one, been several years ago, one afternoon, and it worked great. The buses were coming out at that time.
Yep.
Traffic stopped both directions, and the buses just come out one after the other and go north or south.
It might take 10 minutes at the most, but
He said it was 3 minutes, so.
Most of them are ready to move. When they move out, they all come out.
What's the
Yeah,
option of putting a sidewalk there? And
there
then-
isn't room.
There's no place
We
to put
measured and
sidewalk.
looked, there's
But is
no-
there a reason that we can't make an exception and let the buses go down that? I mean, leave it all posted like it is, but to let the buses go that way?
You can change the one-way direction.
No, you don't want to do that.
going that way,
No, just for the buses.
Well,
After
they
school.
come this way.
Couldn't you
but
post a
if
sign
they're
that's saying it's two-way
Heading west, like, make it one way that way.
at 3:30 in the afternoon or something?
The only part of that scares me, they're gonna have to hold the kids so the kids aren't walking because the bus is gonna drive, right beside them. You really don't want any kids walking on that street while that's happening, so the crossing guards both would have to.
But when the buses come out of high school, they all come out together.
Yeah,
It don't, like you said, 2 or 3 minutes.
It's 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, the kids got away. The only thing that I can say is, if some kids are already walking, then the bus will get ready to come, she's gonna have to maybe hold the bus up for a minute or two till that kid gets off the street.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just have to hold them there for a couple minutes.
Well, the ones that might be halfway to 35, they have to get down to before the bus would start coming through.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's a good idea. I always did think it was,
of course,
they should let them come out there.
yesterday morning, I told Brad, 7:01
Yeah.
yesterday morning, the garbage truck, they drive down a one-way street the wrong way, they don't have to obey the rules either. Branson,
Yeah.
should they abide by the rules? And actually, there's no houses on that street that have to put their garbage can out in that street. You have Weavers on Riverside and Wentz on 35 to put it on Riverside 35, and Plowman and Ingram puts his out anyhow. Why does the garbage truck even need to go down there?
Yeah,
Right.
true.
Yeah.
Well, then they go down the other part the wrong way too, from,
I don't know, I just watch them from
yeah.
my house there, watching
Okay,
them go down 35. Oh yeah, because when I watched them yesterday morning, Tuesday morning, yeah, they went all the way down, they were going on the wrong way.
Yeah, that's,
They might have to be enlightened, that's
Mhm.
not,
So it wouldn't be Brad for you to contact them
yeah,
You can probably tell those people down there, you know.
be nice to have a picture of
On the
them
other side
doing
of the
it.
street, with the garbage, pick them up on the other
and
side.
Tommy says there ain't no trash cans out there on that
Oh.
street.
well, that's just the one block.
The next
Yeah,
block, there is a couple I've
Just
seen,
one
Oh, okay, next block.
But-
The other-
they can still get them going the same direction,
Well,
the
the
right direction.
The next block, you only got four houses, one on each corner that is up the highway and on Market Street,
A couple of them do put it on that side road I've seen.
but maybe they need to put it on the other street, put it on the highway or
Mhm.
on Market. I don't know, I just,
I
You're
don't
not
think it would
wrong.
hurt anything though for the buses, I don't know what kind of sign you would make to,
I don't know if you'd wanna make any sign.
I don't think you would.
I don't think you would, if you've got a crossing guard there that's gonna control that, that's gonna control the traffic there, I think that that's probably
If
suffice.
you put signs up,
Yeah,
it's
right.
gonna tell other people, and they think, well, I'm just gonna follow the bus.
so I guess, well, and that's gonna happen probably a few times.
Yeah. But,
You don't, most of those kids ought to be, a lot of them are gonna be already walked through there before those buses even go. Cause, you know, if they're out of school, not sitting waiting for everybody to get on the bus, they're heading home.
of course, we don't wanna put our police department on the spot. If they're down there watching a few times when the buses come out, if somebody comes through and then you stop that person and say, hey, you're going on one-way street the wrong way, and they said, well, the school bus did.
That's why I was
Well,
thinking
the
some
school
kind of
bus
sign.
has an exception. They just gotta be told, I think.
The exception in the afternoon only.
Yeah, this wouldn't be involved in the morning, it's only in the afternoon.
You could put buses from whatever time to whatever time
Yeah,
will be,
sign like that.
Well, we have
Both
early
girls-
dismissal days
both-
though.
both
They have early
directions.
dismissal on
will
Wednesdays.
travel,
If they get let out for bad weather or something,
That's
we
true.
have to have exceptions.
Well, it could just be for buses
Just
And
bus traffic only.
Bus traffic only.
yeah.
on
That'd
the
be,
way home
that'd
bus
be the
traffic.
perfect thing to put.
That's
Don't put a
right.
time, just bus traffic only.
Okay.
Still leave it as a one-way street. I mean, all the cars leaving the school, they're coming to Riverside and heading that way.
Yeah, that's the first thing we did, is tried to measure, the road's just not wide enough to put a sidewalk and have,
That would've been ideal.
oh, it would, it just nowhere close to big.
Well, that's like no sidewalk down Huddleston either.
No,
I had a war with the school about that.
but it's doable to let them do that, I think they'd be very happy for that.
Talk to the crossing guards if they have a, especially the school will be the main one,
Yeah,
for the buses coming out.
Well, and George is an important one.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that lets the bus out on 35, he stops traffic,
Yeah.
so they don't have to sit there and wait for umpteen vehicles on 35. I remember it used to be that way.
maybe we could see if we could meet with the school, maybe, you know, get both crossing guards in, maybe the superintendent's building and,
I think,
but the bus guy, yourself,
I
myself.
think you ought to get it going right pretty soon.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
see if
think
we
it's
can
something
do
that the council really needs to act on.
No.
not just
We can handle it.
information, you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Very good.
Anything else? Give this thing some thought on the makeup of the commission, I just think it ought to be changed personally. So, no further business, we're adjourned.